was formed in 2012. It's actually a legacy project of the erstwhile Business Trust. Business Trust was a collaboration between big business and government to really deal with broader developmental issues. Essentially, to try and assist communities or rather beneficiaries of land reform to make better use of their land. Communities on the one hand have got land, but they do not necessarily have the requisite skills. Sometimes they don't always have access to capital and they don't have access to markets. On the one hand, you've got your private players who've got access to markets, access to capital. So what we do is to bring these two parties together using these independent parties who we call transaction advisors, and really to make sure that land is put to production. We also get approached by generally members of the public or communities out there who are beneficiaries of the land reform program to assist them with investment mobilization. Typically what happens is once we are approached by a community, we would do our own internal assessment to see if this is a project that we want to really support. Once we are happy that we want to support this, we'll enter into a memorandum of understanding with that specific community. Once we've entered into an MOU, we'll then appoint a team of independent transaction advisors, usually with deal-making, financial and legal skills. And their role would be really to handhold communities, to assist and facilitate partnerships between them as the new landowners and the private investors. Once the transaction advisory team has been appointed, their role would be to assist the communities first and foremost to identify who the prospective investors could be. Throughout all this process, we will carry the risk, meaning the community doesn't have to pay. We carry the costs for that support. For the transaction advisors, all the work that they've or services that they've rendered will pay for that next. But usually to take up to a period of 2 years to handhold and support the communities.
So in our 8 years of existence, we have successfully facilitated 21 deals. These are commercial partnerships that bring together communities that own land and private investors. So we receive quite a number of interests for support. I think the number to date is close to 400 in terms of inquiries that have come through. But out of that, we obviously select those opportunities that show the highest level of promise in terms of impact. So for instance, how many jobs can be created by the intervention. We also try to look at those opportunities that promise us the most in terms of new investment that can be leveraged. And then lastly, we also like to follow those opportunities where our intervention can show new insights in terms of how land reform challenges can be tackled.